Hello everyone, I'm Neha Goyal and my subject's name is Childhood and Growing Up. The topic for today is Theory of Psychosexual Development by Sigmund Freud. We will be continuing with the previous lecture about the same theory. Sigmund Freud was an Austrian neurologist who became known as the founding father of psychoanalysis. He believed that adult personality problems were the result of early experiences in life. He believed that we go through 5 stages of psychosexual development. At each stage of development, we experience pleasure in one part of the body, then in others. Starting with the 5 stages, the first stage, oral stage, proceeds from 0 to 18 months of age. In the first stage of personality development, the libido is centered in a baby's mouth. It gets much satisfaction from putting all sort of things into its mouth to satisfy the libido. Its demands at this stage in life are oral or mouth oriented, such as sucking, biting, and breastfeeding. Too much or too little gratification can result in an oral fixation or oral personality, which is evidenced by a preoccupation with oral activities. This type of personality may have a strong tendency to smoke, drink alcohol, overeat, or bite his or her nails. Personality-wise, these individuals may become overly dependent upon others, gullible, and perpetual followers. On the other hand, they may also fight these urges and develop pessimism and aggression towards others. The second stage, which is the anal stage, proceeds from 18 months to 3 years of age. The second stage of psychosexual development is the anal stage, where the infant's erogenous zone changes from mouth to the anus while the ego formation continues. Toilet training is the child's key anal stage experience and results in conflict between the id, demanding immediate gratification, and the ego, demanding delayed gratification. The style of parenting influences the resolution of the id-ego conflict, which can be either gradual or psychologically uneventful, or which can be sudden and psychologically traumatic. After effects of an anal fixation during this stage can result in an obsession with cleanliness, perfection, and control, which is termed as anal retentive personality. On the opposite end of the spectrum, such people may become messy and disorganized, which is termed as anal expulsive personality. The third stage of Freud's psychosexual theory is phallic stage, which proceeds from 3 to 6 years of age. In this third stage, the child's genitals are primary erogenous zone. It is in third infantile developmental stage that children become aware of their bodies and learn the physical and gender differences between boy and girl. In the Oedipus complex, according to Freud, boys begin to view their fathers as a rival for the mother's affection. In the Electra complex, later proposed by Freud's protege Carl Jung, involves a girl's desire for her father's attention and wishes to take her mother's place. A poor resolution to conflict in this stage may lead to delinquency, deviant behavior, vanity, self-obsession, inadequacy, etc. It may also lead to parent fixation or a continuously looking backward to the past. The fourth stage, which is the latency stage, goes on from 6 years until puberty. The fourth stage of psychosexual development is the latency stage. Latent means hidden, wherein the child consolidates the character habits he or she developed in the earlier 3 stages of psychological and sexual development. The libido is dormant. Freud thought that most sexual impulses are repressed during the latency stage, and sexual energies can be sublimated towards schoolwork, hobbies, and friendships. The development of the ego and superego contribute to this period of calm while the its energies are suppressed. Children develop social skills, values, and relationships with peers and adults outside the family. Much of the child's energies are channeled into developing new skills and acquiring new knowledge, hobbies, interest, and play becomes largely confined to other children of the same gender. The last and the final stage of Freud's psychosexual development theory is the genital stage, which goes from puberty on. The fifth stage is the genital stage that spans puberty through adult life and thus represents most of a person's life. Its purpose is the psychological detachment and independence from the parents. The genital stage affords a person the ability to confront and resolve his or her remaining psychosexual childhood complex. The psychological difference between the phallic and genital stage is that the ego is established in the genital stage. The person's concern shifts from primary drive gratification instincts to applying secondary process thinking to gratify desires symbolically and intellectually by means of friendship, a love friendship, family, and adult responsibilities. Now, the evaluation of psychosexual development theory. The most important and enduring contribution of Freud's psychosexual development theory was the idea that unconscious influences could have a powerful impact on human behavior. Developmental experts recognize that the events of early life play a critical role in developmental process and can have lasting effects throughout life. It emphasizes the dynamic nature of behavior. It resulted in a serious interest in psychological treatments of mental disorders. It emphasizes defense mechanisms of ego and stimulated further research work in personality. Some of the demerits or criticism of the theory are overemphasis on sexual drive is given in the theory, especially its focus on the Oedipus complex. Even though Freud's stages are related to children, he based most of his theory on his work with troubled adults. He in fact never worked with children. The actual method of techniques involved in psychoanalysis, like interpretation of dreams, etc., have been criticized heavily. His theories are difficult to test scientifically. Concepts like libido are impossible to measure and therefore cannot be tested. Future predictions are too vague. The length of time between the cause and effect is too long to assume that there is a relationship between the two variables. Role of environment is entirely overlooked in formulating this theory. Thank you.